Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are playing MattyFBaby in these videos today. I'm beginning with Altaria. He does begin with the Alolan Marowak, so pretty good lead up or lead match for me. He's going to switch into Lucario, and then I pull the switch. That was like a bad switch. I don't know why I switched, guys. I guess it was because like whenever Lucario comes in, I'm always thinking, okay, I have to get out of that immediately because like, you know, it's going to destroy Bastiodon, it's going to destroy whatever other Pokemon I have, so I better bring in something. And so I just switch immediately. Meanwhile, Altaria is actually a good Pokemon against Lucario, so I really shouldn't have switched there. I should have just kept in my Altaria, but it is what it is. I did go ahead and switch there. I guess it was a mistake. That's okay. Shouldn't have pulled out that Altaria, but that's okay. Anyway, getting off the Sky Attack right now against his Flygon. He's going to go ahead and forfeit his shield on that, so I'm going to switch into Bastiodon because I was trying to pull something out. I was trying to somehow knock out Flygon, and it doesn't happen that way, so we bring in Altaria. His final Pokemon is his Alolan Marowak. If we got off that Sky Attack, I do believe we would have won that because I think that would have knocked it out, but maybe it wouldn't have. I don't know. It would have been close. But either way, good game. He does go ahead and pick up game one. So the next game, we're beginning with Altaria. He does begin with Lucario, and I'm not going to pull the switch this time, at least not against Lucario, and he goes off and gets off that Power Punch. I knew it wouldn't be enough for Shadow Ball, so I'm not going to go ahead and block that. He does pull the switch into Steelix, so I'm going to have to switch out now into Lapras, so pretty good for me, We do have that Water Gun Lapras. It's not Ice Shot, it is Water Gun, so he gets off Crunch, and we're going to go ahead and take that using Surf this time, which he's going to go ahead and opt to block. So yeah, I decide to go ahead and take this. I thought it would be Crunch, and it was, so good for us. And we do go ahead and get off this Surf right now, which is going to knock out Steelix. He does switch into Lucario. That's going to easily knock out Lapras, but we do have a Sky Attack waiting and ready to go with Altaria. He's going to go ahead and block that. And he gets off his move, which I thought would be Power Punch as it was, but I still decided to go ahead and block that because we didn't want to take any damage, I guess. And we use Sky Attack right now. His final Pokemon is that Alolan Marowak, so trying to get off his Sky Attack, but he actually gets off his move first, so that is going to force my last shield. But we do go ahead and get off the Dragon Pulse. Now, I could have went for Sky Attack, but we risked the Dragon Pulse, doing a lot of damage to him. He gets off his move, which is going to be Bone Club, and that will knock out Altaria. But I had a Lucario in the back, so I felt pretty confident. I knew Bone Club, it's a good move. It's good in this format, but I knew it wouldn't be able to take out Lucario, so we do go ahead and pick up that win. So hey, another good game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into yet another one. And let's see what we begin with. We begin with a Lucario this time. He begins with Altaria, so kind of reversing it. Not really a good matchup for us. Just getting a little bit of energy up. And you guys know I don't really like switching. So we're going to go ahead and get off this Shadow Ball, hoping that he would think it was Power Up Punch. And I guess that's what happened because he didn't block it. So we turn a bad lead matchup into a decent one for us, actually, I guess. And he's going to go ahead and pull the switch. I do actually activate Power Up Punch. Before he pulled that switch, I kind of clicked on it as he was switching, I guess. But still pretty good for us. He knocks out Lucario. We're going to bring in Altaria right now, which is going to knock out that Blaziken. And he brings in an Altaria of his own, which we're going to knock out. And then his final Pokemon is Lucario. So we do have that Sky Attack. Now we still have to be careful because he still has his shields and whatnot. So I'm not going to go ahead and block this because I basically knew it was Power Up Punch. And we're going to go ahead and use another Sky Attack. But as I said, he does have his shield, so he's going to use his last shield. And right now, we're going to go ahead and use our shield. And just doing as much damage as we can to that Lucario. He does knock us out. Our final Pokemon is Charizard, so nothing to worry about. Because, you know, even a Shadow Ball wouldn't have knocked me out. So, and we just knock out that Lucario. So we do go ahead and take another win. So that is another good game. So we're going to go ahead and move on to yet another one. Beginning with Flygon this time, he begins with Lucario, so I don't know, I mean, Flygon is pretty good against Lucario. Lucario is also good against Flygon, I guess. I mean, they're kind of evenly matched, I think. Of course, that Earthquake will knock out Flygon, but, you know, they could also block it as he did right there, so he's going to have the advantage and knock out our Flygon, so that's okay. We're going to go ahead and bring in Charizard right now, which is going to knock out Lucario. And he did do a good amount of damage to our Lucario though, so or to our Charizard that is. So we switch immediately. He does bring in Dragonair. Dragonair is a Pokemon I really do like. I used it a couple times, so I do like that Pokemon for this cup. We're gonna go ahead and block this Aqua Tail and getting off a power up punch. So charging really fast, doing a good amount of damage to Dragonair, so we do go ahead and knock it out, and his final Pokemon is that Bastiodon, and I knew at this point we basically had the game because Lucario is super strong against Bastiodon, so we do go ahead and pick up that win. So hey, another good game, another good game. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and move on to another battle, and let's see what we begin with. This one, we begin with Altaria. He does begin with Altaria, so basically evenly matched for us right now. So I guess it's whoever gets to that Sky Attack first has the advantage, right? And we're actually able to get to it first. So we do get that Sky Attack off. Now, because we only were able to get 2 rings, he's actually going to put us into the red because I'm assuming he got 3 rings. We only got 2. So he is able to knock us out first because of that. So we still have to practice on the rings and whatnot. We still can't get it down, but that's okay, that's okay. Anyway, he brings in Flygon. I'm going to bring in Lucario. He brings in Alolan Marowak. So we do go ahead and use that Shadow Ball, hoping he wouldn't block here, but he actually does. I guess it wasn't worth the risk. I do agree with that play. I mean, it wasn't worth the risk, even if it was Power Up Punch. But yeah, so he goes and gets off another Bone Club. We're going to go ahead and block that, and using Power Punch this time, hoping to catch its last shield, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm trying to pull something out, even though this is a really bad position for us, and he doesn't knock out Lucario, and we do have that Bastiodon in the back, so he has 2 things that are strong against Bastiodon, Alolan Marowak and Flygon, so there's really nothing we could do at this point. I mean, just trying to knock it out so we could have the energy saved up, and we actually do knock it out, but he does have his Flygon, so it doesn't matter. Stone Edge, Flamethrower, he was going to be able to knock us out with Flygon. So yeah, getting that Earthquake off, definitely going to absolutely destroy us. So he does go ahead and pick up that game, so that's a really nice game. That's a really nice game. So moving on, we're into another battle, beginning with Altaria. He does begin with his Alolan Marowak. And this is a pretty good matchup for us, or lead for us. He does bring in Melmetal. I'm going to switch into my Lucario. I mean, even a Charizard would have been a decent switch, but I know Rock Slide and Thunderbolt, so I decided to bring in Lucario. We do go ahead and block that anyway, but I also wanted to get off some buffs on Lucario, so that's why I decided to bring in Lucario. But he does activate his Bone Club. I decided not to block that. We get off Power Up Punch. I figured he had to block here because it could have been the Shadow Ball, which is exactly what happened. So he does knock out Lucario, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Altaria, getting off that Sky Attack. And he's going to go ahead and block that. That would have knocked out or come close. I think it... I don't know, guys. It would have been close. But he gets off that Bone Club. I'm going to go ahead and block that for fear of Shadow Ball. But he actually has the Shadow Ball now, so he kind of, that was a good play on his end, but he does bring in his Flygon right now, using that Sky Attack, doing a good amount of damage to Flygon. He does get off his move, which is going to be Dragon Claw, knocking us out, and our final Pokemon is that Charizard. He actually gets off Dragon Claw, which is unfortunate for us before we could knock him out, but that's okay because we have a Dragon Claw ready to go, and this is going to be able to finish off Alolan Marowak, so we do go ahead and pick up that one. So, hey, another nice game. Really fun games. Thanks a lot, Matty, for the games. I really appreciate it. They were a lot of fun. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the final game, beginning with Altaria. He begins with his Altaria. So, another evenly matched game, except, as you know, I generally get the 2 rings, so it's not really super evenly matched, but that's okay because that's my fault, you know. He does switch as I click the Sky Attack, so I'm going to have to switch out and bring in my Lucario. He does get off Crunch. I figured it wasn't Earthquake. I didn't think he would have had enough time to charge up energy, so I did go ahead and take that hit. Knocking out that Steelix, he brings in Alolan Marowak, so I'm going to go ahead and use Power Up Punch, hoping to bait one of his shields, and that's exactly what happened. It wasn't really worth the risk, in my opinion, so I guess that's why he decides to do that. I don't go ahead and block, so I'm going to switch into Altaria right now. And he's going to go ahead and get off his move before I can get off Sky Attack, unfortunately. I do go ahead and block that. Getting off Sky Attack right now. He's going to go ahead and block that. By the way, guys, a link to Matty's channel will be in the description down below, so definitely check him out after this video and give him a subscription because he totally deserves it. Really awesome player. So we go ahead, with that Sky Attack, and he brings in his final Pokemon, which is going to be in Alolan Marowak. Now we do have the Charizard, and I thought, okay, I'm definitely going to win this one. He gets over Shadow Ball. That does more damage to me than I thought. I didn't think it would do that much, but we actually still pull the win out. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.